What's going on, you guys? I am in here getting into this vibe, feeling very relaxed, but maybe it has been a day. So let's get into this reading, guys, see what the angels and ancestors have to say, and then we'll tap into some other cards. I don't know what I'm led to tonight other than the angels and ancestors. Most high guides, angels and divine ancestors, is there a message for the collective at this time? Let's do another shuffle. Y'all are never quiet. Any messages, angels, highest guides, loving ancestors of the Most High? Any messages? This can't. Oh, in threes today. What? So we got spring in reverse. The spring came out in reverse, and that is, wait, where's my specs? Oh, it's so dim in here. It's seeing your seeds grow, but it's in reverse. So I think that is just a sign of you will see your seeds grow soon, not yet. Okay. It does say spring in reverse, so it may mean another season that you will see your seeds spring. But what I'm feeling heavily is that the seeds are growing, you just don't see them. Okay, that's what I'm feeling heavily. The seeds are growing, you just don't see them, and it may be a surprise or coming soon is what I'm getting. Okay, that's what I'm feeling heavy in my spirit. Okay, not necessarily that they're not growing. Okay, and then you have the the stargazer. I'm tripping. I was about to say strategizer. I'm tripping. Stargazer. Okay. The stargazer is saying set your sights higher. So it's asking you to actually continue to grow seeds here, right? And that could also be why the seeds, see your seeds grow is also in reverse, asking you to set your sights higher and grow and create in this moment. Okay. That is a message from the guides. And then you also have warrior came out in reverse as well. And it's basically saying be fearless and stand strong. Okay. And that is in reverse. It may be suggesting that you may need to release some fears at this time, stand strong, and be guided is what I'm getting here. Okay. Those are the messages that came out in 3. So let's keep it moving. Thank y'all, guys, angels and divine ancestors of the Most High. I don't know why I'm feeling like going to the vibe. What is the vibe? That's what I had my eye on just now because I was like, dang, I don't know where I feel like reading from. So let's do it, and then we'll get some. I'm getting chills. So there must be something in that deck. Getting chills in my legs. So there must be something in that deck for us. Oh, there it goes again. As soon as I acknowledge the chills, baby, they keep coming. Isn't that something? That is a confirmation that divine is always speaking, guys. We just have to tap in and listen, okay? Everything is a message. I be trying to tell my daughter that, but I be like, listen, everything is spiritual first. She be like, look, everything is not always spiritual. I be doggone, okay? Yes, it is. All right. Spirituality first, physical second. Okay. So let's tap in. What is the vibe deck is calling me? And I haven't pulled this deck out in a hot minute. Okay. So let's get into it. What's happening here? All right. I feel the need to shuffle because it's been a minute. Okay. Since I've been in it. In my Chris Brown solo. In the deck, of course, okay? From my nasty minds. Give y'all some sage. Okay. All right. Clearing my energy and let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into it. What is happening? What is the vibe? What is the vibe for this week? I tell you what, I don't know about y'all, but baby, the energy been ghetto today. Straight ghetto. All right. All up in my nerves ghetto. Okay. And I know it has something to do with the Pluto in retrograde because it is in Aquarius and that is my rising sign. So I definitely know it has something to do with that. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Just have to I just have to pull through it. Push through it, guys. Okay. Especially if you're an Aquarius rising. Salty. Okay. Right out the gate. And that's exactly how I was feeling today. A little salty from this energy. Okay. Leave me the F alone is what I wanted to tell Pluto. Okay. So there is some salty, petty, angry, and bitter energy around you at this time. But guys, that's not your business. Okay. That's not your business, but let's keep going. Why do we care? Okay. Angels, divine ancestors, spirit guides of the Most High. Oh, something wanted to come out. Okay. And paranoid energy as well. Okay. So there's paranoid energy around you, and it's probably the same people that are bitter and salty, probably doing something they ain't got no business. Okay. Cautious, insecure, and guarded, paranoid for whatever reason. Okay. I don't know why. It may be the energy around you, because if you're sitting in, if the energy around you, because I know it ain't my collective I read for, okay? We leveling up over here at Tay Talks and Tarot, okay? Because bitter, angry, and petty, that's not something we like to sit in because we're evolving at this time. So that's the energy around you, okay? Any more messages at this time for the collective that they may know about at this time? Karmics, and that came out in reverse. Third parties, haters, and lessons learned, and that came out in reverse. Okay, so and there's a confirmation. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear the horn blow outside? So third parties, okay, energy is around you are paranoid, probably because they had third parties. There are haters, okay, and lesson. It says lesson learned, okay, and the karmics was in reverse. Interesting. Lessons learned, karmics in reverse. So, ooh, I'm getting a quick message that there may have been some bitter, salty, hateful energy around you, but they quickly learned that they could not continue to sit in that energy, understanding and learning the consequences that are involved from sitting in this energy is what I'm hearing. Okay. Right. And getting paranoid because they're finding out who you are. Okay. On a soul level, who you are. Okay. Because evidently they're sitting in this energy because of because of what they thought they can get away with when it comes to you, collective. Okay. So now they realize that they can't get away with it. The universe was coming for them. Okay. And that's why they're paranoid. Okay. Guarded and paranoid at this time and trying to learn those lessons. I feel like I talked about this last week. Wow. So they may be trying to come out of karmic energy. Okay. Trying to run from karma. And it says lessons learned, maybe trying to get the lessons so that they can escape karma at this time. Somebody might be going through it, y'all. Paranoid all up in their head. Okay. Paranoid all up in their head and causing them to, they're toxic. They're toxic. And I feel like they're trying to get out of toxic energy at this time. Trying to get out of the feelings of paranoia could be haunting them at this time, guys. It says here arguments, drama, and incompatibility here. And that could have something to do with them trying to invite third parties in, or they may have invited third parties in, but the third parties may be out the building too because it's in reverse, right? And then here they got arguments and drama. So something happened with the third parties as well, right? Because we all know that the grass is never greener. You just switch partners and the energy is the same, right? So we already know what time it is, okay? The energy stays and it follows you from person to person because you can't escape growth. You can't escape yourself. Any more messages for the collective at this time? You can't escape yourself, collective, okay? We already know what time it is. I feel like that I just dropped those, but let's see. Any more messages for the collective? What is the vibe? What's happening? This energy is kicking everybody's butt on some level. Okay. If you're not learning some lessons this way, you're learning lessons other ways, guys. Because I know I am. Lord have mercy. The energy is causing for us to level up. So everybody may be feeling it, or you're going to feel it in some way, shape, or form, right? Causing you to take the higher road in some sense. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at the message confirming itself. Wow. So there was a third party invited in on the connection, guys. Bam. Love affair. Okay. So there was a third party invited in, and it says sex fix, down low, dirty little secrets. Okay. So that makes sense why the paranoid card is here, right? But sitting in salty energy, I'm not understanding. Okay. Because it's the karmic toxic energy that invites all that chaos in their life. So how can you be petty, angry, or bitter when you are the chaos? Okay. You are the chaos. You're bringing in toxic energy all around you. I'm talking to the karmics here. Okay. If the shoe fits, right? But I'm talking to the karmics. You are the chaos, right? Because you refuse to grow. You refuse to move forward and out of low vibrational energy here. You refuse to grow. You want to do the same ish over and over and over again. So this is what you continue to attract. Karmics, right? Paranoid energy. Reasons to be bitter and angry and salty and petty, right? Sitting in energy where you're not loyal, you're not a faithful, trustworthy person. So how about this? Just be single, because you're toxic, and toxic people create more toxic people. Period, point blank. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. Toxic people create more toxic people. Okay. You're polluted. I'm talking to the karmics. You're polluted. So go somewhere and be polluted by yourself. All right. That's all I'm saying. Instead of spreading that germ around like a cold or a virus. You know what I'm saying? Like, go heal somewhere. Go sit down with your petty, angry. We so over it. Like, we over it. Salty ASS. Miss me with it. You know what I'm saying? Go sit down. Go somewhere and heal. I'm over it. Now I feel the other readers' pain I tap into, because they be like, period. And that's that narcissist. I told y'all I'm talking to the karmics here. The karmics. I'm talking to the karmics here. Now I be wondering, like, damn, I be watching readers that I like to tap into, and they be getting mad too. And now I see why, because this energy is annoying. Okay. It's annoying. At some point, we all want to heal and level up, and we're tired of this chaos. The same card, the same reading, the same storyline, same narrative. I'm over it already, right? Take your egotistical, karmic, narcissistic energy, pack your bags, and leave. Okay. You're no longer needed here. All right. You're an opportunist. Okay. And nobody wants you here anymore. Everybody's leveling up out of your toxic, low level life energy. Okay. We're over it. Yeah, we're over it. Period. The possibilities are endless for you, collective. Once you've set the boundary and delivered yourself from this toxic, low life energy here. Okay. Once you've set the boundary, chose yourself here, the possibilities are endless. That's what it is. The possibilities are endless. It says, follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself, because this is done for. Okay. That's done for. You can have your little affairs, karmics. You can have it, your toxic little moody, up and down, hot, cold, in and out. We're done. Okay. You can take that, keep your paranoia to yourself, be bitter and angry till you get in your grave. Okay. We don't care. All right. We're out. We're out of that scenario. All right. The possibilities are endless for us because we chose to heal. We chose ourselves, right? We don't care anymore, right? And while we're leveling up, you're here, stuck, dead end, frozen, stagnant. That's where the karmics are. stagnant, frozen, no opportunities. Okay. But the possibilities are endless for the collective that is deciding to level up and choose themselves. Anybody that want to stay stagnant, stuck at a dead end, frozen, low life, low vibrational frequency, have at it. We're done here. Okay. Yeah. And staying in isolation. That's confirmation. Stuck, frozen, stagnant, isolated. Okay. Feeling left alone. Sleep inflicted and rejected is what it says on the card. So paranoia, stuck in isolation, stagnant, while the collective is moving on because the possibilities are endless, because you set the tone, right? You set the tone. You left the narcissist here. You left the narcissist, and that's the vibe. That's been the vibe for the last, I don't know how long, the last so many weeks. It has been the vibe. Same vibe over and over and over again. Okay. I'm so over it. Any more messages from this deck? I feel like I'm going to leave this deck alone. I'm so over this energy. Let's see what's happening in the Awakened Path deck. Any more messages? Okay, cool. The toxic energy here. And you left the building. The possibilities are endless here. While they stay stuck, the karmics stay stuck and stagnant and paranoid. Okay, because they refuse to heal. So what happened? They got stuck right in that energy, right in that frequency, staying in toxic energy and in a looping effect of toxic love affairs. Just looping around while you're moving on, collective. Any more messages for this collective? Any more messages? Nine of Pentacles energy. That's right. Efforts. Yeah, you're getting blessed. You're sitting in your Nine of Pentacles, collective. You're getting blessed for setting the boundary and the tone here with this energy here and walking away, just like she did on this picture. She's walking away from that energy. Like, the possibilities are endless for me. I'm done with this BS. Okay, I'm out. Look, not even looking back. Okay, somebody might be trying to pull her back. Look, trying to pull you back, collective, but you out. You're out. You're looking the other way. The possibilities are endless. You already made up your mind. You chose yourself here. It says believe in yourself. And that's just what you did. You stood on business. You left all that toxic BS alone. So now they're stuck and stagnant and isolated from it here, right? Due to karmic love affairs, and they've entangled themselves in. Now it's causing them paranoia, still sitting in a narcissistic energy. But karmics is in reverse, so they're trying to come up out of that energy here. Just like I said last week. Same energy. Trying to come up out of that because they're finding out that they're stuck here. Okay? With no forward movement. So they're trying to come up out of that. All right? Meanwhile, you have possibilities here. Endless possibilities moving forward, right? Achievements. That came out last week. Check the footage. Achievements. Success. Self-sufficiency, independence, efforts for your success, efforts and success. Okay. So you're sitting in your Nine of Pentacles here, collective. Great job. I love it. It's the same message from last week. That's the vibe here. Or was that over the weekend? I think that was over the weekend. No wonder it's so familiar. Five of Pentacles here is coming out, another isolation card. So isolation with the Five of Pentacles. That's a synchronicity, okay? So I'm hearing that not only your karmics, but some of you may be sitting in a sense of isolation because you think you need to be. However, you are free to leave. This cycle is for the karmics here. So you don't have to feel isolated, collective. Okay, you don't have to feel like you're suffering in loss and abandonment issues, because that's not you. Your struggle is over if this is you. Okay, but I feel like this is strongly the karmic collective. They may be even unemployed at this time. Okay, because that's a synchronistic message with this isolation card here. So there may be some change in their money here with this Five of Pentacles, and that five representing change, hardships, and loss. It can't be you, because that would be a conflicting message from the Nine of Pentacles here and the possibilities. So this is you, collective. Possibilities and Nine of Pentacles, suggesting achievements and getting rewards for your efforts here. Moving forward, the possibilities are endless for you choosing yourself. However, the karmic energy is stuck, stagnant, isolated, and sitting in Five of Pentacles. Okay. Toxic, losing money here. Okay. While you're moving on. Okay. You're moving on, and possibilities are finding you now. Okay. Don't be bitter and angry, guys, because you're set free from this energy. So leave the energy, leave the bitter, angry, petty energy for the karmics as much as you can. Okay. Take some deep breaths when that energy tries to come for you. You're free. You are free. Can we confirm freedom here for the collective that is free? Can we get a confirming message for the collective that is free? Page of Cups. Innocent, childlike energy. Page of Cups, dreamer and naive energy. Okay. So head in the clouds energy. This is the energy that is, I feel like this is the energy that is asking you to be in. Like, be in a more fool-like energy. Okay. Be in a more dream state. Be innocent. Okay. Let your inner child out to play instead of feeling like you're stuck in some type of dead end energy. You're not. You're not in a loop anymore. You've like it said in the Nine of Pentacles energy here, you've already made some achievements here. You've already achieved that. You're stepping out of a stuck space. So I feel like the Page of Cups is saying play. Let your inner child out like the innocent child plays, right? Be a dreamer. Okay. I feel like it's instructing you to be a dreamer and play because of the possibilities that are endless here. That's what it says here. Make up your mind, believe in yourself, and follow your dreams. So that's a synchronistic message. Okay. To be childlike here, right? Let the inner child, let the dreamer out. You are in their Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Dream big here, right? And let the karmics sit in their suffering isolation. Okay. They are isolated space. Any more messages to close out the reading? Any more messages to close out the reading? I'm going to get my Kipperish deck. Four of Pentacles, possessiveness, boundaries, and limits, hoarding and holding, insecurities, and being stingy. Yeah. This right here can be two things. The karmic energy, they were being stingy with their pentacles, so that's why they're losing money at this time. Okay. Or collective, if this is you, because you were in a situation here, maybe where you felt like when you were in that situation, you felt like more, there was two party, right? You and your toxic karmic, right? So you felt like you had more of a financial blanket, right? Because there was two people in the home, but now it's just you because you stood on business and you kicked this energy to the curb. And so you may be feeling that you have to hoard, but you don't have to, collective. You don't have to. It says be like the child here. Okay. Naive, dream. Okay. Be innocent like. Don't worry about that. Okay. Have faith is what it's saying here. You're not sitting in hardship. The karmic is, right? So that's just in your head. Okay. But I really feel like this energy may be more leaning toward the karmics because the Five of Pentacles suggesting that they're in hardships and loss because of the energy that they have allowed themselves to sit in and stay in, right? and not wanting to grow and come up out of this, while yet it suggests that you have already made those achievements and still achieving, right? So you are sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. That's a contradictory if this is both you. This, in other words, this cannot be both you at the same time. You can't be Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles. You have to be either or. So I feel like that is the karmic energy here, right? Isolated, stagnant, stuck, paranoid, toxic, all of the things from these love affairs and having mess going on, ain't got no business, sneaking around. And so they're suffering financially because of it, stuck and stagnant. While you're over here, it's asking you to dream, right? Dream, think big, believe in yourself, create possibilities. They're endless. Be childlike here. And you will be receiving for your achievements and your efforts. Okay. Success is here, right? So that's the energy that you're sitting in. That is the energy that you're sitting in. Success is finding you here, right? While the karmics suffer. Because you have achieved something here. This Nine of Pentacles suggests some type of independence, success, and achievements. Okay. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, burdens and stress, anxiety, defeat, burnout. Okay. This is your karmics. The anxiety, defeat, feeling burdened and burnt out. And if this is you, that's just because you just came out of this and you're exhausted. Okay. So that if you feel that way, that's just because you just came out of this energy, right? The 10 is suggesting a reset point. You may feel burdened, collective. Okay. Or you may not, because you're fresh out of this toxic energy. That was the real burden, right? So I feel like that's the karmic here, feeling burdened and stressed out and full of anxiety. If this is you, that's just because you had to do something that you didn't think you had to do. There was a third party on you, a love affair, a secret love affair. So of course, that would leave anyone feeling stressed out and burnt out. But I just feel like that's the karmic energy. Because they've been found out. Okay. They have been found out. And I was about to put the deck up, and what do I see on the bottom of the deck? Of course, I see a confirmation to that. The moon in reverse, suggesting that there are no more illusions. The veil is lifted. You can't fool the collective when the moon is in reverse. That's no more illusion here. So yeah, like I said, the karmics have been found out. So that's them sitting in paranoia, right? Stress, burdens, burnt out, financial stress here, right? That's the collective there sitting in that. I mean, I'm sorry, not the collective. That is the karmic there sitting in toxic energy from sleeping around on you, inviting in third parties, being angry and bitter and salty. And now they're paranoid, stuck and stagnant and isolated, and having money and financial issues. And not only that, feeling burdened and burnt out at this time, right? While you over here sitting in endless possibilities, the energy is asking you to be like a Page of Cups here. Okay. Play, dream, be innocent, because you're sitting in Nine of Pentacles energy. So you can actually let go of anything that you may be holding on to, like fear, right? Because you're self-sufficient and independent now. You've achieved another status, and the universe is ready to reward you for that, right? You have found out that these karmics were playing in your face. You set the boundary here, and now it's time for you to dream big and be free and go play. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay. Continue to focus on you and do things that make you feel good, do things that make you happy here, right? Continue to self-love on you. Follow your dreams, okay? Possibilities came out, and Page of Cups. Page of Cups is saying a dreamer here, right? Possibilities is saying follow your dreams. So that's a confirming message. Be like a child. Dream big. Let the inner child out, right? It's okay to have your head in the clouds. You earned it. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Efforts, success, achievement. That is you, collective. While the karmics are stuck and stagnant and having money issues, burdens, stresses, anxiety, burnt out, right? That's the karmic. That's the karmic energy that you had to let go of, right? They've been found out. So they're paranoid here and sitting in all this toxic energy. Let's close out the message. Any more messages that we can confirm for the collective? Any more messages to close out? Yeah, period. Thank you for the confirmation. My guides, highest love and light angels and ancestors, unbothered. That's where they want you to sit. And it came out in reverse because some of you guys are still bothered by this karmic energy here. Some of y'all are still in your heads. Some of y'all still might be in and out with the energy like that. BITCH, whatever. I don't know. Like in and out. It could be in and out. They played in your face here. I get it, right? But the energy is asking you to be unbothered here. Be unbothered. It's time for a new beginning. Okay. So that's the confirming message. It's time for a new beginning here. They want you to leave the karmics for themselves so they can get the lessons and continue to grow as the universe leads and guides them. They're still narcissistic, okay? Because that came out in the upright. They're still stagnant, stuck, isolated. You don't want that, right? Okay? Not that we wish bad on people, but we don't want to be stuck in third-party situations, right? Love affairs with paranoid, toxic energy, right? We don't want that. So stay in your zen here, okay? Yeah, P. Okay, where we at? I was about to say peace, but I said period. Okay, as soon as I said stay in your zen, okay, you can't make it up. I said stay in your zen. It's asking you to meditate here. Meditate to bring peace, to bring chill vibes to you, okay, to bring bliss, happiness, okay, to bring in what you desire to bring in. Meditate, okay? That's what it's asking you to do to gather your peace so that you don't be in any type of fear or paranoid. You are divinely protected here, right? And it came out right beside obsession. So evidently, you may have some obsessive energies around you, or maybe your karmics are obsessed with you because you stood on business and you left their butts, right? I wanted to say something bad. And now they call themselves being obsessed with you, right? But you're protected from that energy here. It came out together. You're protected from that energy, guys. Okay. You are divinely protected. It's asking you to meditate when you feel like that fear is creeping up, or you're mad or anxious or anything, right? Any type of feelings of fear. You are highly protected. You have made the jump, okay, into the next timeline. It may look like you haven't seen a huge change yet, but remember, you are sitting in Nine of Pentacles energy here, okay? Achievements, success, and you will have it for your efforts, okay? It's asking you to chill, meditate. You are divinely protected. It's asking you to remain unbothered here, okay? It's asking you to remain unbothered. This is your energy here. Yeah, you might have some fans, okay? Obsessed fans, okay? But those karmics can just stay obsessed fans, all right? Meditate and keep vibrating higher, okay? Is what this energy is asking you to do, is remain unbothered, okay? Remain unbothered. Any more messages for the collective to close out this reading? Thank you for the confirmation. My highest love and light guides, angels and divine ancestors, my incense is out, my sage is out. Baby, that means I'm out, okay? I'm about to be out. Time's up. I feel like I have had enough anyway, y'all. It has been a day, okay? It has been a day. Any more messages for the The collective, hopeful, encouraging messages, something, confirmations. Okay, is that it that we have for the collective? Um, remember, guys, they're just asking you to stay unbothered and meditate. That's all we need to know. Meditate, right? This wanted to pop out, but it came in with a couple of messages. There's the family card here and opposition. So, yeah, you guys have definitely been through some storms here. You've had opposing energies coming for your family here. And that's why you have third party energy here in love affairs. That's opposition energy coming for your family here. But if you can look closely, when they came for your family, baby, they effed around and found out the opposition is beat the heck up right here. Baby, the opposition is beat up. That's the opposition here in this Ten of Wands energy that came out. Okay? Feeling burdened and full of anxiety and feeling what? Defeated. Okay? Defeated and burnt out. That is the opposition. That is not you, collective. Okay? They're the ones that are suffering here because they tried to come for you and your family. Okay. So the universe is taking care of all that opposing energy, those third party love affairs, and you are highly protected at this time. Okay. That is the confirming message here. That is the confirming message. You are highly protected at this time. Okay. And I'm going to end this reading right here because look what came out on the bottom of the deck here. And I don't know, but I'm being compelled to turn it over. The Tower card here. The Tower. Yeah, that's the confirming message. I'm going to end it right here. Destruction. The Tower came. The divine stepped in, and the divine is here right now, beating up your opposition. Okay? And that's my reading. The divine universe is beating up your opponent for you. Okay. What does that word say? Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Okay. The word in these people Bible, baby, it says, what does it say? It says, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Okay. So vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Okay. Destruction. Look how the opposition look. They're tired. They're beat up. They're getting bruised and beat the heck up. Okay. And that's the message. That is the message. So to confirm it, yes, you need to stay unbothered here. The universe is asking you to stay unbothered, letting you know that you are protected by the Most High, and they want you to meditate, collective. Okay. To stay high vibe and at peace, okay? To gather and protect your peace. Stay unbothered through meditation, okay? And let the divine take care of the rest, okay? Let the divine handle your opposition and your obsessed entities around you, okay? Let the divine handle those while you stay in Zen, okay? Baby, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. Thank you, my highest loving light guides, angels, and divine ancestors. Thank you, Most High, for that confirming message and for divine protection at this time. Okay. We are out of here, guys. I will see you guys in the next reading. And I hope you guys spread some love this week. Meditate. Okay. Remain unbothered and stay in Zen. Peace. Spread some love.